Well, hot tits. I'm doing a gameplay commentary, a real Call of Duty commentary. And most of you are going to be incredibly confused, but the other not so most of you, yeah, will remember that this is how I started my channel. I started my channel with Black Ops commentaries. And I don't know, for some reason, I was just in the mood. I popped open some wine, and we just had to postpone the podcast for the night, so I didn't really have much to do. And I just started thinking, I was like, I haven't done one of these in a while, and I haven't done one tackling a serious subject in a while either. Last time I remember I did that, it was about death and mortality, and that was like a year and a half ago. And I don't know, I just felt like doing it. So I wanted to talk about stress, and mainly my stress, and it's kind of hard to talk about because I don't know. I don't know if I actually deal with it in the best way. A lot of the time, I'll just end up drinking, not like an alcoholic drinking. I know that's what alcoholics would probably say in this situation. But you know, if I'm feeling particularly stressed out, I'll open up a bottle of wine, have a couple glasses, and it'll kind of smooth me over. And I've never really wanted to take medication for it because when I was a kid, I had ADHD. I still have ADHD, like definitely still have fucking ADHD. And I took medication for it. I took Ritalin. I took Dextra something for it, and both of those they altered my personality. It was like they enhanced my ability to pay attention, but it was but it sacrificed my actual personality, which was like I was very outgoing and happy and upbeat, and I would talk and a lot, and I would interact with people. And then when I was on that, it turned me into kind of a slug, and I didn't like that. After like years and years of taking it, I just decided like I don't like this person. I don't like not being me just because I'm better at school. I'm a little bit better at school, and I still managed to fucking make it through school. Not the brightest student, obviously. I mean, but I was fine. So recently, I've been thinking more and more about my anxiety and what it does to me. And a lot of the time, the littlest things will set it off too. Like, I mean, if there's some big stress in my life, like, yeah, it hits hard. But then I think about it, and like little stresses, little things that shouldn't upset me and shouldn't put me in a bad headspace totally do. And they do, and it feels like they do it to the same point as like the big stresses in life, like, oh shit, I got into a car accident and I have to go to court and deal with this, and pay a fine. Like, that's a big life stress. Or like, I'm having a kid, I don't know if I'm ready, big life stress. But for me, my life stresses are like, somebody on the internet doesn't like me and I have to deal with them on Twitter sometimes. And people like, I've had a lot of hostility thrown my way. I'm not going to get into specifics, obviously. Most of you might know what I'm talking about, but it's not really, I'm not getting into that. But it's like, that stresses me out, especially when it feels like I'm not at fault, like if I've done something wrong, I'll fucking own up to it and I will apologize a lot of the time. But sometimes maybe I'm too hard-headed, or I'm whatever, stupid, and I don't actually see what the real situation is. But sometimes I don't see the reason for people to be hostile towards me, and I guess sometimes people don't really need a reason. They just don't agree with me, and that's okay. I don't agree with a lot of people too, and I don't really know what my point is. What's my point? What is my point here? As I've got about 3 minutes left in this fucking gameplay. I mean, I try to understand why I let these things get to me, and it makes less and less sense the more I think about it, Sorry, I'm drinking some wine right now as we speak. I'm not stressed out right now, but, I felt I was going to do the podcast, and I usually drink during my podcast, so. And it's like, I'm at an age right now where I'm taking medication for my blood pressure. My blood pressure is high, and I take medication for that, and it calms me down, and I check my blood pressure every day, and I'm doing okay. And it's like, well, if I can do that, like, why can't I take medication for anxiety if it seriously has gotten to the point where it's like a problem where I have to like sit down and like cool off for an hour or two every single day just to fucking clear my head, think about things, and let it go, you know? Or get on, you know, like whatever this thing is I'm dealing with, the stresses I'm dealing with, I have to actually face it head on. And the very act of doing that gives me the shakes sometimes. Like, I actually have, like, little mini panic attacks over, like, confrontation. Which is weird, because when I was a kid, I initiated confrontation. Like, I got into lots of trouble as a kid, because people would bully me, or they would treat me like shit, and I would get in their face and, like, try to hit them. Or I would hit them, and I'd beat them up or something, or No, I never got beat up, actually. That's weird. I've never been really, like, punched in the face or beaten up, but I've done the punching. That's strange. Maybe that's why I'm such an asshole sometimes, because I've never actually taken a beating. Does anyone want to give me a beating? Can we set up, like, a fight with me and someone that's, like, just as, like, big as me, and they can just, like, beat the shit out of me, and then I know what it's like, so I don't have to be such an asshole sometimes? I don't know. I'm not actually an asshole. I don't think I'm an asshole, but, you know, sometimes I can be difficult. And that probably goes right back to the stress. If I'm stressed out, any of my friends know, like, if I'm in a stressful mood, I'm really difficult to deal with, and you're better off just not talking to me and interacting with me, because I'm just going to snap at you for the littlest fucking thing. I'm like a pregnant woman, I guess you could say. I'm a pregnant woman when I'm stressed out. Ah, man. Okay, that fixed it right there. Now I never want to be stressed again. Calling myself a pregnant woman when I'm stressed out. Holy fucking shit. What is this? I feel uncomfortable right now doing this commentary because I haven't done it in so long, and I feel like I used to do it every couple of days. I would upload one of these things, and normally it would be, you know, topics that are really humorous, and I would throw jokes in and text. I put text on the top of the screen to, like, enunciate jokes and stuff like that. And I don't know. It is weird to be back in the chair, actually not doing a live commentary or a live stream, and I'm retroactively talking about something, or I'm experiencing it in the moment. Because it's hard to tell stories when you're doing live comms. It really is. Like, I can interact with Chilled and Max and all those guys in, like, a very visceral way, but we never really get into that, like, nitty gritty, like, we're telling stories back and forth from our lives type of thing. I like doing that. I really like doing it. I like sharing stories with people, and I feel like this kind of, like, commentary setting, we are actually sitting down to talk about something, is where that's happening. I'm getting way the fuck off topic, but that's my ADHD talking right there. I don't know. How do you deal with stress? What kind of stress do you deal with? Like, is it like bad anxiety, like what I deal with, or is it just kind of like every so often, you know, you'll get stressed out over something stupid, you know, and you'll notice that it's stupid, because I notice it's stupid a lot of the time. Like, I get stressed out over people talking shit about me on the internet. It's on the fucking internet. Why the hell do I care? I'm never gonna meet these people in real life. Why do I give a shit? I shouldn't give a shit, but for some reason part of me does. That part of me that thinks it's a problem and thinks it's something I need to be worried about. So, yeah. Thanks for watching and paying attention, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bears.